So you're gonna intro us this week?
Yeah, I'll start now. Oh, 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 Okay, I'm your host, Jace the Face, and I'm joined by.
Also your host, Braylee.
But Braylee, what?
I don't know. You didn't give me any chance to come up with a name.
You gotta come up with something. Okay, you could be like Braylee Scaly or like Braylee on the Daily or.
That one's better than Braylee Scaly. You nasty. Sure, for right now, it's Braylee on the Daily.
Braylee on the Daily.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll come up with something better for next time.
We watched a film, correct?
Yes.
Okay. It was called 80 Days Around the Earth? 80 Trip Around the Earth.
80 days around the world.
Around the world. Okay.
No, around the world in 80 days, right?
Wait. Around the world in 80 days.
80
Yep.
days. Yep.
Yeah. Starring Jackie Chan, Steve Coogan, and Cecile de France. Wait. That's her name?
Yep.
Her name is France?
Her last name is France.
That's crazy.
It might be a stage name. I didn't look her up enough.
What do we think of it?
I mean, I think it's enjoyable. I think it's a quirky movie,
Yeah.
to say the least. What did you think?
It is quirky. I thought it was pretty it's pretty entertaining. It's all really pretty stupid, but once you accept that, then it's pretty fun.
So, for those who haven't seen Around the World in 80 Days, though, Jace, what's the premise of
Okay.
this particular version of it?
There's this British dude named Phileas Fogg, and he's an inventor and everything. But everyone thinks he's a hack. Jackie Chan, who has recently robbed a bank in England, he's pretending to be Phileas Fogg's assistant to his inventions and stuff, so he can evade the police. The people of science, they challenge him to go around the world in 80 days, because to prove that he's not a hack. And yeah, they set off on this journey and antics ensue.
Yep. Lots of antics. So the interesting thing is there's also a couple of different versions of this, and it's also based off of a book. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I believe it's a book by Jules Verne's.
Brilliant, man.
But also currently there is a series that they're running on PBS with David Tennant, and it's really good, and it's super interesting because there's it's a very good series, good acting. It's not absolutely redonkulous and stuff. It's while watching this, Tyler and I were watching Around the World in 80 Days with Jackie Chan, and he's like, this is a very different vibe.
Does the other one
I was like, it
take
is.
itself seriously?
Do what?
Does the other one take itself seriously?
Yes, it's much more serious.
Yeah, this one doesn't take itself seriously at all.
No, not at all. Which is great, which is totally fine. It's just,
Yeah.
I was like, just so you know, it's not the same vibe at all. It does not even close. But it's super funny because Passepartout is the valet, his assistant is French in all of the other versions.
Yeah.
And I love how they literally try. Jackie Chan's no, I'm French.
Yeah. Yeah. Fog is pretty stupid. because
Yeah.
Jackie Chan's like, yeah, I'm French. And he's just like, we.
Uh-huh. And Fogg is like, okay,
Okay.
if you say so. Something that really bothered Tyler while we were watching it was like, if they get to China and they finally learn like Jackie Chan's real name,
Yeah.
Lao Sing, and then they just keep calling him Passepartout.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Tyler was like, stop it!
I was
You know his name!
after that they they keep calling him that, and I was like, that would be so weird if like you were a real person and like
Mm-hmm. At one point, literally, Phileas, one of his lines was like, Passepartout, or whatever your name really is. And Tyler's like, you know his name. Say it. So I think the interesting thing, too, is like with the Jackie Chan character, with Jackie Chan's character, Lao Sing / Passepartout,
yeah.
is like they made it like a whole other plot line that was going on behind the scenes. So he robbed the Bank of England, but because he was trying to get something back that had been stolen from him and his people. And it turns out he's part of a secret ninja group called the 10 Tigers that are his brothers and sister.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
But the fight scenes were great,
They were great. They were
as they always are.
they were a lot better than I thought they were gonna be.
Well, Jackie Chan was the fight
Yeah.
choreographer, so
Yeah.
you knew it was going to be awesome.
Definitely seems like they let him do anything he wanted. Cause they were. I love. Gosh, Jackie Chan's choreography is just so good, and it's so silly, and I love the way that like he like incorporates like different like things in the environment to fight with.
Like the scene with the bench.
Yeah, the bench. That was
so cool.
that's the thing that like sticks in my head, like that like really was like, dang, this is a good movie.
I would like a movie of nothing but Jackie Chan fighting people, please.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole movie.
Because he's fighting this guy with like he has like sword bracelet things.
Sword gauntlets.
Yeah, sword gauntlet. That's
Mhm.
a better word for it. And he's trying to stab Jackie Chan, and Jackie Chan's just using a bench and like flipping it around and like.
It's like trapping him with it.
Yeah.
Knocked both of his gauntlets off with this bench at different points. Like, it was just incredible.
It was incredible. I was like, dang.
That scene, and then the paint, the like
Paint.
the scene where the art gallery.
Yeah.
That's where it is. Yeah.
I kind of wish there's like a part at the end where he uses the stands to like hit the guys, and he like saves the artwork. I think it would have been cool if like constantly through like the thing he's just trying to save artwork while these guys are attacking him. I think that would have been really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like at every single move.
Yeah. He's like fending
be
off
funny.
these guys and also trying to make sure that he doesn't destroy too much stuff.
Yeah. Well, and then when they were in the hot air balloon, and he's like jumping out of the hot air balloon and jumping back onto the hot air balloon,
Yeah.
and then he saves the lady in the fire.
I forgot about that. So,
It's just like,
do you want to describe it?
I mean, yeah. So, okay. They're Fogg and the girl, shoot, I forgot her name as a character.
It's shoot, Monique Lar something.
Monique, right?
Monique.
Monique. They're already in the hot air balloon, and Jackie Chan, Passepartout, Lao Xing, whatever, we're just gonna call him Jackie Chan,
Yeah.
is trying to get back into the hot air balloon from a rope that's hanging down. So he's like, so the hot air balloon is above homes and stuff now. It's that
Yeah.
high. But
Yeah.
the rope is so long that it's like hanging further down. So at some point he has a hold of it and is getting brought up the side of a building.
Yeah.
And as he's getting brought up the side of the building because the hot air balloon is going higher, he's going up a couple of flights and there's this window open with a mom in there laying down sleeping on like this cot. There's a fire like in the trash can or in the laundry bin or something, and a baby in the crib. And he's like trying to go back down the rope and is like, hey lady, hey lady.
It's like,
And then
wake up.
Let's go. Wake up. Let's go. Jumps into her apartment, puts out the fire. And the way that they're doing it is now they're like outside of the building. The hot air balloon is going over top of this building so that the rope's getting dragged over the top of the building so
Yeah.
that it's on the other side of the building, and the rope is now on the other side of the building. So he went in one window and then jumps out the other to jump back onto the rope. And this lady just passes out after he jumps out the window. Oh, it was so funny. It was so funny.
It's so funny.
And they're just like, they just show these random shots of this, like, it's probably like a year-old kid
Yeah.
just in the crib. They're just like random shots of it just staring
Yeah.
at things that are happening.
It's like saving the mom and the kid.
So funny.
And I expected the mom to like freak out when she woke up,
Uh-huh.
but she was like super chill.
Well, she was just like, messy. Like, thank you. I was like, woman, you were asleep. The fire was out before you even woke up. You don't even know what was happening.
And this
It's just
random
some
dude is just
strange man. It was super funny.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I think the film was like at its best when it's using like visual gags to make you laugh.
Yes. What else? Oh, and then there were so many famous people in this, like Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yeah.
as Prince Happy,
Yeah.
and the whole statue
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, they like hold the statue hostage.
Anything but my statue of me. Oh, the conceitedness.
Arnold Schwarzenegger? How did he know who Monique was?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't think he
I was
did.
confused. You just saw a pretty woman?
Well, I think that he invited Phileas and didn't know who was coming with him. She showed up, decided she was beautiful, and then just wanted to keep her.
Oh.
I think that's what happened.
Okay.
It does make it almost seem like he wanted her there, not Phileas.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's actually what it was. I think it's Phileas was invited, she showed up, and all of his attention now went to her.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, I was like, how does he know her? Because it seems like he knows her, but he
Yeah.
also doesn't.
No.
Okay.
I think that that's what went on.
Also, the when Fogg takes up the challenge of going around the world in 80 days, all the scientists are like, "Oh, it can't be done. Like that's crazy talk."
Uh-huh.
But like, they screw around a lot in these countries.
And still made it in 80 days.
Yeah, like
79 actually.
they made it in 79. They didn't even.
I mean, what, they were in San Francisco for like 3 days where he became a homeless man?
Yeah, they just screw around so much. They waste so much time.
Nope.
And
I was thinking that too.
it's just really funny because like if someone was just like gung-ho, was like doing nothing but traveling the whole time, wasn't seeing anything, they could do it in like 50 days, like easy, like
In that time.
yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think that you should go watch the PBS version
Yeah.
after this, because I think the 4th episode comes out today. It comes out on Sundays, and I think it's like an 8 episode miniseries or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're like halfway through. We're like halfway through the episodes. I think we're on day like 10.
What are you watching it on?
PBS.
Ooh.
So if you get the PBS app on the Roku,
Just do it.
then it has all the episodes will be on the channel later this evening, like around 7 or 8 p.m. It's really good.
Yeah.
And David Tennant's in it. You know who that is, right?
No.
I think if you looked him up, you would know.
Who is this dude?
He was in one of the Harry Potters.
Okay. Okay. He looks.
the guy who he was in it. He was in the Goblet of Fire one.
He's a Doctor
where-
Who.
He's a Doctor Who. He is also Scrooge McDuck in the
DuckTales.
yeah. He's a very good actor.
Yeah. Who was he in Harry Potter?
In the fourth one, he was in it just like at the very end, and I think he's in a couple of the other ones. He wasn't Mad Eye Moody, but he was the guy who was like using Polyjuice Potion to be Mad Eye Moody.
Oh.
At the very end, they pull him in. So I think he's in a couple of the later ones too, where he's like being sent to jail or something.
Yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
he was a bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like the one that was like
Yeah,
licking and
ugh.
doing weird stuff. Yeah.
Go weird Nazi wizard. Ugh.
Yes. Hmm.
Ugh. That guy's unsettling.
He's a very good actor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he definitely looks
he's
like
been in
it.
a bunch of stuff.
Passepartout is
Sean.
not Chinese anymore.
He's not. He's actually French.
What? That's funny. Yeah.
But anyway, you should watch it.
I think I will.
Okay, so at this point, they've done what? They've taken off.
Yeah. They
They've
got captured by the prince,
been,
and then
they've met up with Monique. Monique has now joined.
yeah, like the
They've
art gallery.
captured a hot air balloon.
Mhm.
Jackie Chan has saved a couple of people and saved a mother and baby from it, from their place catching on fire. And they've been abducted by Prince Happy. And this is
Yeah.
also not even to mention, like, that British policeman who keeps trying to come and thwart them.
Oh yeah, that guy was so useless.
He's so useless. He's, like, not even worth talking about. Basically,
Yeah,
that's all
honestly.
anybody needs to know.
Yeah.
The guy that Fogg made the bet with hired some corrupt policeman who sucks at everything to come and intercept him, and he's just terrible.
Yeah. The most he does is just tell the scientist guy like where they are. That's
Yep.
it. But he gets thrown out of the train.
Yes. Well, Jackie Chan really tries to save him, and then
Yeah.
he still flies out of the train.
And then he tries to grab onto his shoes and his shoes fall off, and then he tries to grab onto his socks and they fall off.
This movie was ridiculous. It was so great.
It was so good.
It's on Disney Plus, everyone.
It was so
It's worth 2 hours of your time.
funny, yeah. And then after that, they go to India, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they're intercepted by some of the Chinese group that's after the
yeah.
thing that Jackie Chan stole from the bank.
Yeah. And the Indian military is looking for them
Yes, because
because Britain owns
Yeah.
India.
the corrupt science guy
Has a lot
told them to go after him.
of
Yeah.
Science guy has a lot of power.
He's crazy.
He's crazy.
He's also a very famous actor that I've seen in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They dress up like women in India to
Yes.
evade being wanted.
Mm-hmm.
This was honestly kind of like one of the weaker sections of the film for me.
India was?
Yeah. there wasn't that much that happened here. Jackie Chan fights like a really big guy.
Yeah.
Actually, the cop and Jackie Chan being tied up together, handcuffed together.
And
That-
having to fight the big dude.
That was the best part for me.
That was.
Yeah.
When Jackie Chan just had to like pick him up and carry him after
Yeah.
he passed out.
Yeah. And he was gonna use him as a battering ram. And he's like, not the brain. And then he flips him around and uses his feet.
Yeah, but then after that, they got out of India,
Yeah. Then they go to China,
where then,
which
even though everyone has greeted Jackie Chan like they know him and he's family, Phileas Fogg still thinks he's French,
yeah.
and that everyone is just this friendly to everyone who comes to visit their
Yeah.
village.
Yeah.
What a dum-dum.
Jackie Chan is literally like, "Mama," and then he goes to bow to his mother, and then
And
Phileas,
Phileas Fogg is like, oh, it's just what they do here.
yeah, it's just their culture.
Every visitor comes and bows to the old unknown people in the village. It's just what they do.
And then he finally figures out once he sees like photographs of
Pictures
of
of Jackie Chan
of
with
Jackie
everyone
Chan
from
with
the
his family.
village.
Yeah. And then when they're in China, they get captured by like the random assassin people that are trying to stop Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I mean, they're not like.
did we talk about the
they're-
Buddha?
Yeah, they talked about the Buddha.
Wait, did we talk about the Buddha?
Oh, no. Well, I don't know. We talked about the fact that he robbed the bank and stole back something, but I don't think we mentioned what it was.
Yeah. So he steals this little Buddha statue from
Made of jade.
yeah, Jade Buddha from the Bank of England, and it's because the Brits they took it from his village, and it's supposed to be like a thing of protection for the village,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he steals it back, and then he goes around the 80 days in the world trip to go back to China to return the thing. Yeah, and these like the scorpions, is that what they're called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that they want the Jade Buddha, so then they'll be able to invade his village.
Yep.
So when they're in China, they get captured by the scorpions.
And put in boxes.
Yeah.
Then Jackie Chan is fighting them, and then his 9 brothers and 8 brothers and one sister show up.
Yeah.
Yep, and they all fight
Yeah.
the scorpions, and they win.
Honestly, that moment when they they all like showed up, all the tigers, all of Jackie Chan's pals show up to fight scorpions.
Uh-huh.
I was like smiling through that whole part because I was just like, wow, this is like, it's been a long time since a film has just made me like just like happy.
What have you been watching?
No, but like I've watched like films that are supposed to be like happy or like supposed to like at the climax of the film, because I would consider that the climax.
Yeah.
At the climax is supposed to be like, you should have a really good time right now, and I'm just like, I don't care.
I'm really not having a good time right now.
No. But like I was just like smiling. I'm like, this is so cool. This is
I think it's because this movie, like, is very stereotypically goofy
yeah.
and feel good, but at the same time you like almost don't expect it, so then it still surprises you at how goofy and stereotypically feel good it is. But like,
Yeah.
because it's stereotypically feel good, you feel good.
Yeah.
So
I do.
But
feel
did
good.
you notice they had like the tiger kerchiefs wrapped all over their faces? Like they had like the tiger teeth on them. Did you notice that?
I didn't notice that.
What?
I,
When they were fighting
I must have
the 10
missed.
tigers? You
I
missed that?
I thought they were all like dressed in black. Like,
They're all dressed in black, and then the kerchief was black, but it had like embroidery of like a tiger mouth and teeth on it.
I don't remember that.
Well, if you don't remember that, then you definitely don't remember the fact that that's what Jackie Chan had the jade Buddha wrapped in his bag.
Oh,
Was his kerchief.
that's cool. Wow, you notice the subtleties.
There's not much subtle about this movie, so
There are lots of subtleties. The final fight, like all the punches, they feel like impactful. Like they're actually really doing some damage.
But I did find the video of them fighting, so I'll send you the link
Yeah, I'm watching it right
so
now.
that you can.
Oh wait, I
Okay.
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do
So
have teeth. Okay.
yeah. And in the scene where Jackie Chan is like pulling out the jade Buddha for the first time, when we're seeing it after he's stolen it, it's wrapped in his like kerchief that has
Pin.
that embroidery on it.
Ah.
Because I remember thinking, what the heck is that? Why is there this like
Dang.
mouth thing?
Chevshok's gun.
I have no idea what you're saying right now.
Chevshok.
What?
I don't remember how to say his name, but it's like this narrative rule that this dude came up with, where like if you have a gun in a story, like if you describe a gun, then later in the story that gun should go off, like it should be fired, and it's just the narrative rule that like if you set something up, it should have a payoff, and like that.
So like me seeing the kerchief and wondering what in the world
Yeah.
the payoff was, seeing the 10 tigers dressed in it and now knowing what that was.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because it's super annoying when there's something in a movie that you notice and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And then they never explain it.
True.
And you're just like, I guess I'll never know.
But it feels really satisfying when they pay it off.
Okay, so after China,
Yeah. They beat up the scorpions.
they beat up the scorpions, the Jade Buddha is officially returned, all is well.
Mm-hmm.
Phileas Fogg gets all uptight and in a tizzy that he was lied to, that Jackie Chan and his Chinese accent were not actually French. And just leaves
Yeah.
to finish his journey by himself. Leaves Monique, leaves Jackie Chan, just leaves them, and
Yeah.
goes to San Francisco. And Jace, how does that go for him?
It goes really bad. Fogg is really dumb. He's a dumb guy. This like woman like bumps into him or something, and then she like hurts her knee. And then Phileas is like, "Oh, let me help you." Oh. And then she's like, "Oh, go get the doctor. He's around the corner." And then Phileas is like, "Oh yeah, sure." And he leaves his bag with her.
Bags, both bags.
He leaves his bags with her, and she's like, "Sucker," and takes the bags.
Because he is a sucker.
Yeah, he is a sucker.
And took his bags. The only people keeping him alive on this trip were Monique and Passepartout, Jackie Chan, Xiaoling, and he left them.
Yeah.
By the way, Passepartout, Jackie Chan, Xiaoling, all one person.
All the same person.
Those are not 3 different people.
Man of many names. Yeah, because Fogg keeps saying Lao Xing to the Chinese people because he thinks it's like hello or like greetings or something.
Yes, because he's dumb.
He's dumb.
But then, so Jackie Chan and Monique catch up to him 3 days later
Oh,
because
yeah.
he's a friggin' beggar on the side of the street because he got robbed.
Yeah, he's homeless.
And then they They meet up with him in San Francisco. They travel across the U.S., right?
Yeah.
To get to New York.
Yeah.
But,
To get to a
Jace, who do
boat.
they meet on their way?
They meet this, like, Chinese warlord. Like, the leader of the Scorpion? Wait.
No, before they get to New York.
Before that?
In between California and New York. Remember, their thing
between-
broke down? Their carriage broke down?
They meet the Wright brothers. Oh, yeah.
They meet the Wright brothers. And it's Owen Wilson
Owen
and his
Wilson.
brother Luke Wilson.
Yeah.
That's his brother. Which, like, okay. I didn't know they were related until last night. Because I was sitting there and Luke Wilson was in, well, I know him from Legally Blonde. So he was the main guy in Legally Blonde. That, one of the main guys in Legally Blonde. And I knew I recognized him, but him finally sitting there, I never knew what his name was. I just knew that I recognized him.
Yeah.
He was sitting next to Owen Wilson, and I was like, look, it's Owen Wilson. And a guy that looks like Owen Wilson. What? I was like, wait, I know him. And then I looked it up, and I was like, well, first of all, the reason he looks like Owen Wilson is because he's Owen Wilson's brother, Luke Wilson.
I didn't know that.
Yep, they're actual brothers, so learned that yesterday.
That's funny.
So that was super funny. But yes, they meet the Wright brothers who repaired their
Their wagon.
carriage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. With a giant bicycle wheel.
Yeah.
And then they jet off in their carriage to New York,
Yeah.
which is where they do indeed get met by the Chinese warlord lady. And a big fight ensues in the head of the Statue of Liberty.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm. That was the Statue of Liberty.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
Well, I mean, like, it was, I think, before, because it was, like, under construction or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the timing of this is, but it's probably before this. I don't know. No. Timing, but they were fighting in the Statue of Liberty's head.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't, like, out on the ocean.
Yeah.
It was in a warehouse. But, I mean, that was a pretty good fight scene.
He gets, like, stabbed with, like, a shoe knife, right?
Yes.
But it stabs his, like, notes.
Stabs the rule book that
The rule
Phileas
book,
Fogg
yeah.
gave to him.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Chevchok's gun, again,
Mm-hmm. Yep,
gets set up and paid off.
absolutely.
Um,
But they missed their boat
oh, yeah.
because of getting detained.
Yeah.
So they missed their boat, which means they missed their, like, excuse me, like, that's the boat that they were gonna have to make to get it
Yeah.
back to England on time, to make it in time for the bet.
Mm-hmm.
So what do, Jace?
They take another boat, and they're, like, hoping that this boat will get in time. And they realize on the boat that it's still not going to make it. So, using the Wright brothers, like, blueprints that the Wright brothers gave to them, they deconstruct the boat they're on, and they build a plane.
A flying machine.
Yeah.
I don't think it can be called a plane.
Yeah, flying machine. And then they, like, fly across, the Atlantic Ocean.
And please do tell, what is powering this flying machine?
Jackie Chan, pedal power.
Jackie Chan's legs. We were watching it, and Tyler goes, "That is the slowest moving propeller I've ever seen in my entire life." It was so funny. And then, like, the situational awareness of, like, the captain of that boat after they take off, and he's like, well, how are we supposed to get back?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
their entire, because the sails are gone,
Yeah,
all of the wood is gone,
they're just basically a raft.
they're just floating in the middle of the ocean. Tyler was like, yep, someone said it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
So then what? So then they're pedaling. Jackie Chan's pedaling with all of his might. They're just coming over London.
And then they got like 10 minutes to land onto the
Land and then get to the top step.
yeah, top step of like
to win his bet.
the science place.
Mm-hmm. Which we didn't go over. What were the conditions of this bet?
So the scientist guy, he's like the head of like
He's
I
the
don't
Minister
know.
of Science.
Yeah, he's the Minister of Science. So the bet was if Fogg doesn't make it around the world in 80 days, then Fogg has to quit inventing and like tear down his laboratory. His laboratory. But if Fogg wins, then he gets the
Minister of Science.
Minister of Science, yeah.
Also, I almost said Minister of Magic because that's Harry Potter.
Yeah. He gets to be the magic police.
He gets to be Magic Police.
Yeah. So a lot is riding on them getting to this place.
Yep. So they crash land in front of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jackie Chan is like manually flapping the wings on this thing at the end because their ropes are breaking. And
Yeah.
it's so ridiculous. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
They crash land and then they try to get to the top of the steps before it rings noon.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, and they don't because like the corrupt man is corrupt and has like everybody blocking his
Yeah.
path.
The police. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So then, I can't remember what all exactly happened.
It's like,
I can't remember, but something happens to some point where the guy in charge, Kelvin, the corrupt science man, suddenly starts making fun of the Queen of England.
oh yeah.
And then the Queen of England is behind him as he's making fun of her.
Yeah.
Which, Tyler's sitting there. And she's like, she's behind him. We can see her. And he's like making fun of her, and we can see her as the audience.
Yeah.
And we're like, what? And Tyler goes, please say she's behind me, isn't she? Please say she's behind me, isn't she? And I was like, what? He goes, it will never get old to me. This trope of like somebody talking smack about somebody else and then them being behind them. But the person saying, they're behind me, aren't they? He goes, I don't know why. I love it. It'll never get old. I think it's hilarious. But they have to say the words, they're behind me, aren't they?
I'm glad he got enjoyment out of that.
He did. So this is a movie that made him happy as well.
I gotta say, I'm not impressed with the Queen of England. She
Why
she
not?
comes here in here acting like she's a girl boss, pretending like she like knew what was going on, when the whole time this minister for a very long time has been corrupt and has been persuading corrupt policemen, and she's just been letting it go until now.
Hang on, but
I
I've lost
think
you.
she doesn't pay enough attention to her government. That's my hot take. It doesn't matter.
That's your hot take. She doesn't pay enough attention to her government.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's a bad leader. A bad monarch.
A bad butterfly.
And she doesn't deserve this moment of telling the Minister of Science off. It doesn't really matter, but...
I mean, I kind of agree with you, but I also kind of disagree because, like, part of the reason why she has ministers of science is because she can't be monitoring everything all the time. But as soon as she realized how terrible he was, she got rid of him immediately. So there's that going for her.
Yeah, I guess so. If I was a
But
monarch, though,
anyway,
no corruption.
is that so?
That's so.
No corruption, because everyone who tried to be corrupt would just be dead, right?
Yeah. The only corrupt one would be me.
Would be you. I'm corrupt enough for everybody.
Sometimes you gotta be corrupt to make the world clean.
Nope.
So it's like how in The Dark Knight they're like, sometimes you gotta be a symbol instead of what you really were. Or
That doesn't sound like the right quote. Also, the confidence on your face as you said that.
No, but they're trying to protect like Harvey Dent's integrity. Whatever. Yeah. Yep. So
But then-
Fog becomes the Minister of Magic, and yeah.
He becomes the Minister of Magic. And then we enter Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
Enter Daniel Radcliffe.
This was Harry Potter 2.5.
That's... Yep. No, but like it turns out, did you already talk about this? You can edit this however you want, but like that it turns out that they had like
Oh yeah.
set their clocks ahead so many times that it actually turned out that they had done it in 79 days or whatever. They still, because like the clock rang noon while they weren't at the top of the steps, so they thought they had lost, and then the queen was like, nope.
Also, the English people, they're all like, haha, the clock rang 12, you've lost. But wouldn't they know what the real time was? Because they haven't been changing their clocks.
So I was thinking about that, and here's my hot take on it.
Okay.
They said before the clock rang noon that they were going to be arrested and that they would lose the bet by the time they got out. Right?
Oh.
They weren't talking about it ringing noon right now. They were just trying to make sure that he didn't get to the top of the stairs right now, because if he did, he would win. They were trying to get him arrested because it was going to take longer than 24 hours for them to get out of jail too, so they still would have lost.
That actually makes sense.
That's what I think was happening.
That would make sense.
And like, since we were under the impression that it was the 80th day, then like we just kind of assumed that the British people also thought it was. But when you go back and think about the conversation that they had, they never said that, oh, you've now lost it once it struck 12.
Dang, that's true. There are lots of nuances in this this movie.
This movie is so deep.
This movie is deep, dude.
They win.
It was the
He becomes
79th
Minister of
day,
Magic.
and he becomes the minister.
The Minister of Magic. I've said Minister of Magic so many times, unironically, like totally on accident.
Yeah.
And all in all, don't go into this movie thinking it's going to be some sort of like cinematic masterpiece in the sense of like
Even though we thought it was.
so awesome and great and just like, I totally get this movie. But like, if you're looking for a fun movie that doesn't require you to use your brain power for a whole lot and you just want to kill 2 hours, this is a great movie for that.
Yeah. This is a good movie. And like,
It's fun.
and like what it aims at to be, which is like a goofy action adventure, it like succeeds really, really well. And it's and it's actually funny.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No, they have like lots of good humor and lots of like you said, funny like stunt type things.
Yeah.
Like just like situational humor too.
Yeah. The action scenes are both awesome and funny. Like like they're not just goofy, they're actually like super impressive and
Correct.
and
Yep.
really engaging.
I agree.
Yeah. So, Braylee, we've talked a lot about this movie's rights. Now, it's time to talk about this movie's wrongs. What'd you dislike about this movie? If anything.
That's a great question. I don't know. I don't know if I really dislike anything about it. Like I said, as long as you're trying not to take it too seriously, it's exactly what it needs to be.
Yeah.
No, I take that back. I wish they would have just called Jackie Chan by his real character name afterwards and stopped calling him Passepartout. Which is stupid.
That is
Just
fair.
call him Lao Xing. That's his name. And he helped you get around the world in 79 days, bruh. Call him by his right name.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, that's probably my one pet peeve about it.
Yeah, that's true. That was really weird how they just kept calling him that.
Yep. What about you?
I have a few things that I didn't care for. I can't remember specifically, but some of like the dialogue humor, I was kind of like not really impressed by. I don't know if it's just my sense of humor, but I don't know. I found some of the jokes kind of lame. I can't remember them because all I remember are the good jokes.
But the good jokes did far outweigh the bad jokes, right?
Yeah, they did. There was only a few lame jokes. I really hate this trope of like where the characters go like, "You lied to me, and now we gotta split up and be away for a little bit and then reconnect later." Like, I'm just so sick of it.
I get that.
Yeah.
It's like me being sick of the trope of the bad person fell in love with the good person and went good.
Yeah.
All because the good person was good enough to love them. No,
Yeah.
that doesn't happen because the good person never would have fallen in love with the bad person. But anyway, I digress. That trope is not even included in this movie. I just want everyone to know I hate it. That was my one pet peeve about the movie Shang-Chi, but we're not talking about Shang-Chi right now. We're talking about
I haven't seen that one.
Lao Xing.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Shang-Chi?
I have not. Not yet.
What?
Sorry. I should have watched it as like a double feature with this film.
Yeah. You should have. Oh, you gotta watch that this week.
One more critique.
'Kay.
Monique.
Uh-huh.
I found her motives kind of lame. She's kind of like, at first she says that she wants to like gain inspiration to do her next painting by traveling around the world. So she kind of just goes along with them, and I find that kind of lame. Like a lame motive, because it kind of feels like she's just sticking with them for like no reason really. And plus the main reason she does it is because she got like a negative review on one of her paintings, and she's like, I'm gonna show that critic what I'm really made of. So she's like, I want to go on this journey to gain inspiration, but like she obviously already thinks that she's a good artist.
Right.
If she thinks the critic is wrong. So why does she need inspiration on this trip to do a painting?
Yeah, no, I can see that. And I feel like too, like, because they made her not a good artist, actually, too.
Is she not?
Like her picture, the picture of the flying man and her take on impressionism, like it was like a joke. Like she was supposed to be good, but like too out there for her time. But like, I don't know. I feel like if they'd made her a better artist and some of her art a little bit better to look at it, it would have felt more realistic, maybe, that she was going around for inspiration.
You didn't like the flying man painting?
I did not, no.
Dang.
Mm. You did?
I mean, I wasn't like struck by its beauty, but I thought like, yeah, it's cool.
Well, I did not.
It's no Starry Night, but
No. Which did happen to be there.
yeah, we did see Starry Night.
And Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Yeah.
No, I could see
Mm-hmm.
where it was like kind of meh in her motivations.
Yeah.
Even though she was far more helpful than Phileas.
Yeah, that's true.
Jackie Chan and Monique carried that trip on their backs.
They were the fighters.
For sure.
Yeah, because Phileas tries to save Jackie Chan, like, when they're getting attacked by, like, the warlord lady. And, and like,
Can't
Jackie
even
Chan...
throw his cane at him.
He throws his cane at him?
You remember he tries to throw him his cane? And it just hits the side of the railing of the walkway that they're on?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Sorry, keep going with your thing.
But, Phileas Fogg tries to save Jackie Chan, and then Jackie Chan has to save him, because he got himself into trouble.
Yep. Because he's dumb.
Because he's a wuss.
There you have it, folks. Our 1 and 4 minute review on the 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
Once you pare it down, though, it'll probably be more like 45 minutes, right?
Right.
Once you edit out both of our, like, not being able to hear each other stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
But, alright, Jace, out of 3 thumbs up, how many do you give it?
How many do I give it?
Yes.
Dang.
Out of 3.
I give it, as a piece of entertainment, I give it 2 thumbs up. It was really good.
But a fun movie the whole family can enjoy.
The whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I also give it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Just from, it was pretty good. But also, I only have 2 thumbs, so can't really give it 3.
Can't give it
I'm hysterical.
an arbitrary 3.
An arbitrary 3. No. Yeah. 2. It was good. It was entertaining. Yeah. Like, I'd recommend it if you're just looking for something fun to watch.
Love the action.
Mm-hmm.
Do our outro, Braylee.
Our outro.
Our outro.
Well, this is Braylee on the Daily, signing off, as is.
And this is Jace, the battle mace, signing out.
That's a better one.
That's
Right.
a better
And then
one.
you go, do, do,